Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. I work with clients in their late 20s to mid 30s. Without a doubt, social media is a part of their lives. Like my clients, I'm also a millennial, 33 years old. And in my personal life, I regularly engage in Instagram and YouTube. To me, a social media platform feels like a community, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in my generation to feel this way. It's important to me that I practice therapy ethically and also present myself in a professional manner. I'm not sure whether starting my own YouTube channel is considered ethical if it means I'm possibly publicizing a part of my life for clients to see. Chances are slim, but still. My dilemma is this. On one hand, I do understand that there's a possible ethical issue here. On the other hand, I wonder if there are instances in today's world where current ethical standards around social media are outdated. Social media is so mainstream and normalized now, but as a social worker, do I have to restrict myself from enjoying hobbies that regular non-therapist folks can? So I'd like to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring us today. And I love this question. So in some way, the internet really broadens our world, right? And in other ways, it can make it feel really small of like, can I have this slice of the internet pie if my clients are going to potentially see it? So I'm going to own my Gen Xerness here, but I'm also going to own that as I work to decolonize my practice and my businesses, I'm questioning so much about what I assumed was vital and black and white, hard and fast, rule-wise. So if any of you guys missed the podcast I did with Shauna Marie Brown on this topic last month, check it out. There's lots of food for thought. So I can make an argument for your personal Facebook and your personal Instagram being private if you're posting personal things, or if your aunt's likely to comment with random personal things, or your ex is going to try to flirt with you in the comments. What I like about having the privacy of these things is that you can say or do whatever you want without having to think through clinical implications of every single post. So for a public Instagram or a YouTube channel, I'd recommend being really thoughtful about what you post. It doesn't have to be therapy related, but being thoughtful about what you post and how it might impact clients. So for instance, I wouldn't personally talk about having a lack of empathy at work today or feeling like your clients would never shut up, knowing that the client you saw today could see that. I think your theoretical orientation is also going to play a role. I think we'd be hard pressed to find a ton of psychoanalytic folks with no holds barred public accounts. Basically, I think it comes down to the context and the content itself and how it impacts your clients. If it's harmful in obvious ways, it's an obvious no. If it's harmful in sneaky ways, like we're going to have to think through it from our client's perspective. Like I love this movement from a couple months ago of doctors posting pictures in bikinis after someone was shamed for it, for posting something on their personal account, being shamed for being unprofessional. Now, us posting pictures in our bikinis has a different context than my family physician, right? It could be super empowering for us to post pictures in bikinis for our clients. It could be sexualizing for our clients. It could be disconcerting for our clients, but it depends on your niche. It depends on how you work. It's that context piece. So you have to be really thoughtful and intentional. I tend to follow back all the public accounts that follow me on Instagram if they're therapists. And so I see a breadth of what therapists are posting on Instagram. And I will sometimes, there are a couple accounts that I will see frequent pics of obviously hard partying therapists out at a club with their friends on their therapy business Instagram accounts with no caption to make sense of it. They're just out there looking hot and drunk and like grinding on their friends. I don't think that's a great idea, but I also don't know the context. So I'm not doing the research to find out what the context is, but my knee-jerk reaction is like, I don't think I needed to see you like licking your friend's face while you're drunk on your business account. But again, I'm not their ideal client. So I think that if that was done with intentionality, who knows? Who knows? So my disclaimer is, well, I will say also, generally, with intentionality, I'm not at all concerned about you having a public Instagram or YouTube. That has nothing to do with your therapy. I think that that's totally fine if you're thoughtful about how it could impact clients who could see it. I would be concerned about like an OnlyFans page that your therapy clients could access. But if you want to have a fake name for OnlyFans and you want to do it, whatever floats your boat. So my disclaimer is that I am not the arbiter of anybody else's accounts but my own. And I'm not an ethics expert. So I might push it up the NASW chain if I were you, just to get some alternative things and see if there are some schools of thought that aren't quite as old school around social media, just to see what they have to say. We do have social media best practices and assessing whether or not it's a strategy you want to use for your practice over the abundance party, which is a different thing than what you're asking about. But for anybody who's like, ooh, social media, I want to listen to this one, we do have help for you there. If you have a question for us, Allison, I'd absolutely love to answer it. You can DM me on Instagram, where I'm abundance_practice_building.